Hello everyone. My name is Jagrati Awasthi. I have secured All India Rank 2 in UPSC Civil Service Examination 2020. You are watching me here at BYJU'S. Today I am here to share my strategy and approach towards this examination. This will be especially helpful for those targeting 2022 or 2023. So let us start with the basics of the examination, approach associated with preparation, and little inputs that I want to give you from my side. First thing first, it is to understand what this examination pattern is. How does the exam take place? What is the exam cycle? What are the duration? Which stage matters? Which stage counts? And the various approaches. So the first stage in the examination is preliminary stage. As it is popularly we call it prelims. MCQ stage, 100 questions, 2 hours, and there is also one qualifying paper for CSAT. So there are two papers. One is GS and the other one is CSAT. CSAT is qualifying in nature. You need to get 33% marks in order to be evaluated for this particular stage. So 33% marks you have to anyhow you have to get in this particular paper of CSAT. It is the paper 2 which is held in the second half of the day. And the first paper, which is the GS paper, this paper decides the cutoff for the examination. There are around 100 questions, 2 marks each. This will decide whether you reach the second stage or you do not. The crux of the matter is you need to get above cutoff marks in paper 1 and at least 33% marks in paper 2. That is the CSAT paper. Prelims stage is overall an eliminating stage. That is, in order to write mains, you have to clear your prelims. It is not counted in the total merit preparation, and therefore, this entire your result, the mark sheet, based on which the rank is decided, does not take into consideration the prelims stage. Once we clear the prelims stage, the next one is mains. Now, the prelims stage was objective in nature, MCQ style. Mains exam is subjective in nature. There are one paper there is for essay, 4 papers for GS, 2 for optional, and then along with these, there are 2 papers of languages. Once again, language paper are qualifying in nature. It is around 25% is the qualifying criteria, and for rest of them, whatever marks you get, merit is prepared on that. They are subjective in nature, 3 hours each. All the papers are of 3 hours each. So this was about the mains stage. Those who qualify the mains stage will be reaching the last stage of this process, which is the interview stage. In personality test or interview, by now you will not be aware about how many marks have you got in mains paper or anything. Only whether you cleared it or not will be known. So in the personality stage, almost it goes on for 2 months, where candidates are called. There are multiple boards. It is held in Delhi, and multiple boards are there. Each candidate approximately 30 to 35 minutes. An interview goes on the basis of which we are evaluated, and this adds up to the overall merit. So your merit comprises of your marks in mains stage and your marks in personality test interview. After this entire process is complete, you get the result. If I have to talk about the timeline, the entire cycle of this exam, then approximately it will be taking 1 year. If I consider my own, cycle, although it was affected because of the COVID pandemic, prelims was held in October 2020. Mains was held in January 2021. Again, interviews got delayed because of COVID, the second wave, and then they were held in September. I mean, for me, this was September 2021. This started in August. So August, September 2021. In September, we had our result. For the next cycle, October prelims is already over. I think in January you have mains again, and probably Hopefully everything will go well and you will have your interviews in April to June period, and result also around June or July. So approximately one cycle. In this entire cycle, if I have to talk about the general gap between pre and mains, approximately 90 days are there. And between mains and interview, the result of mains will take around 2.5 months to come. And between the result of mains and the starting of interview, almost there will be a month time. A month time is always there. So in that period, you can start preparing for this particular stage. Also, it goes on for around 2 months. So every candidate will have a different timeline. This was the general pattern of the examination. Which stage is qualifying, which stage adds up to your merit. You should be very clear about that. Number of papers, you should be very, very clear. So 2 papers in prelims stage, 4 GS, 1 essay, 2 optional, 2 language papers in your mains stage. And for personality test, 30 to 35 minutes of interview. Mains, particularly if you see the timetable, it goes on for around a week. So you have essay on one day, then you will have the 4 GS papers. So they are held in 2 days. Every day you will have 2 papers. So one will be around 9 to 12, the other would be 2 to 5. Similarly for all, GS1 and GS2 on one day, GS3 and GS4 on the consecutive day. Then after a gap of around say 3-4 days, you will have your 2 papers of optional and 2 papers of language. So it goes on for a week, and the schedule is also available along with the admit cards. So approximately 15 days before the mains exam, you will get to know about the schedule of the examination process. This was the general idea about the timeline, about the papers, and the overall cycle that you will be going through. So be ready. The process takes around 1 year, and be mentally prepared to continuously work in that period. You will have to work between the 2 examinations. Post the result, you will have to keep yourself calm. So remain motivated. Next, let's now start with understanding the requirements of the examination process. When I say requirements, whenever you are preparing for an exam, you should know what it demands of you. What kind of knowledge is required? For that, you have to understand the subject. What in subject? Focus upon core concepts. In UPSC civil service examination, conceptual understanding is more important. Be it prelims, mains, or interview, your concepts will be tested on each stage. So do not shy away from facing your fears in any kind of part of syllabus that you face. Further, I think we'll focus more on syllabus while we do the analysis of syllabus. We'll understand how to understand the subject, how to understand the demands of the question paper. After that, analytical skills. Analytical skills mean you are able to understand a concept, understand an event, a situation, any current affair, or be it anything. And you can see through why the event or why the situation or why the concept, what is the reason behind all these things, the nuances of the concept, as in what are the pros, what are the cons, what is being done, what more needs to be done, and what is the overall vision behind such kind of concept, event, any topic. The analysis has to be very, very thorough. Prelims also nowadays analytical questions are asked. Direct questions, especially in conceptual subjects, have reduced in number. They require you to analyze it. So any topic, understanding of what the topic is, reasons behind such a topic, or the basic not the basic idea of the topic itself. What are the advantages or positives, disadvantages or negatives, what is being done, what no more needs to be done, and what is your vision. I repeat it because in mains stage, most of the questions will be centered around these 3 or 4 bullets, which I just told you. So be very thorough with that analysis. Even in your interview stage, when you will be asked questions on topics, you have to analyze them, give answer as a balanced person. You don't have to take any sides, but the balance of your mind, the approach that you take should be very, very balanced. So for that balancing, such multi-dimensional analysis will come to your rescue. Moving ahead is time management. Definitely, syllabus is quite vast. Civil service syllabus, some people say everything under the sun. Well, that's not true. There are topics. UPSC has given a specific syllabus. However, you will have to dedicate at least 1 year of preparation. Now, everybody can have a different cup of tea because our learning speeds are different, our circumstances are different. Some of us might be working, some of us might be full-time preparing candidates. So it depends upon you. In my understanding, in my learning through the series, I have concluded that at least an year of dedicated preparation is required. So 1 year for preparation and 1 year for exam takes us to around 2 years for the process. How to manage your time? I think planning is one key concept. Plan well. How to plan? Make macro plans first. That in this particular month, this should be done. By this month, this should be done. An idea can be that before prelims, at least 3 months you should be dedicating to prelims revision and prelims mock test practices. So that means that before prelims, you should be completing your syllabus, which gives you around 9 months. So in 9 months, you have to complete all the GS portion, the optional portion. So you can divide your time accordingly. That this month is dedicated to this subject, this month is for this subject, or I'll complete my optional side by side. You have to make a macro plan for that. Once you're ready with your macro plan, start working on your mini plans. Mini plan would be if you decide, say you say that you'll be completing history in a particular month. Then history has particular portions. Now these all figures are just suggestive in nature. It all depends on your own interest, on your own understanding. You might be taking less, you might be taking more. Please keep it very, very flexible. This is my opinion. And as it is said that you may borrow the frame, but your lens should be your own. So make your own plan, understand your own self. So accordingly, you should be dividing, this way, make mini plans. So if I say I'll complete history in a month, so I'll give 15, and this is all suggestive. Say I decide 15 days for modern, 7 days for my ancient history, and around 6 days for my medieval history. So if I've done that, again, now this was your C. First you do macro, then you do mini. Once mini plan is done, mini plan is, it's kind of weekly in nature. Then you have to go for micro planning. How does micro planning work? If you have decided 15 days for modern history, what would you be doing on each day? If you have that kind of clarity, it will help you make small targets, chase those targets, and over time, when you chase these little targets, they add up and you complete your syllabus eventually. So, these kind of targets will keep you on track, they will keep you motivated. So, if you wish, you can do those time of plan. You can keep those kind of plans and manage your time better. So time management, if I have to specifically tell you the number of hours that one needs to put, again, suggestive figures. This is my opinion, my experience. You can have your own, number of hours. I studied for around 9 hours every day. Every day means for these 2 years duration. How did I divide my day? 3 slots of 3 hours each. 1 current affair, 1 GS, 1 for optional. These were flexible in nature. I might be taking more than 3 hours for some subject, less than 3 hours for some subjects. So cumulatively, it was around 8 to 10 hours of study. It could sometime extend, it could sometime be, 8. So 8 to 10 hours every day, slot-wise preparation and slot-wise, planning of my day. Further in time management, this was about your preparatory stage. While you're writing your exam, in prelims particularly, because it is an MCQ question, maintain your speed as per, you should be able to do 100 question in 2 hours, that is 120 minutes. So ideally, you should not take more than 1 minute or 1 minute 15 seconds for one question, because some places you will have to think more. Accordingly, and how will you know that? By giving practice test. The more you practice, the thorough you will be with your time management. With more and more tests, you will come to know how much time you need, which topics need your more time, and how to manage, your entire duration of exam accordingly. So practice and devise your own time management strategy for your examination day. Everyone has it, everyone has a unique strategy because not all of us are comfortable in all the subjects on equal level. So work on that, give practice tests, and work it out, whatever works for you. For mains, again, the strategy remains the same, that is to practice. But specifically, there is a time limit, say around 7 minutes for a 10 marker. I'm talking about GS papers, and around 10 minutes for a 15 marker. So this will be your GS time. So you have, whenever you're writing the mock test, whenever you are taking up a test, practice enough that you're able to complete one question in 7 minutes for 10 marker and 10 minutes for 15 marker. If you have that kind of practice, in your mock stage, you'll be able to do the same in your final exam as well. This will work out for GS. For I think optional, it is something like 10 minutes or 9 minutes. I don't specifically remember. You can work out your own timeline. It is around 9 to 10 minutes for a 10 marker, and approximately 13-14 minutes you get for a 20 marker. Ethics timeline varies. I think I took around, this is for optional. So we have done GS, we've done optional. For ethics, it is a part of GS, but the pattern of the exam is a bit different. You will take around 15 minutes for your case studies. So it will be 15 minutes for your case studies and almost 6 to 7 minutes for your theory portion. So this is how you'll be able to manage your time. For essay, I think time is never a restricting factor. You get around 20 minutes to plan and almost 1 hour to write each essay. So that will not be an issue for you. This is an approximate time management for exam and preparation, I've already told you. Now, managing stress. 2 year cycle it is, so stress is a part and parcel of it. How to manage it? Practice enough. If you have practiced enough, you will not fear, especially during the day. Further, know one thing, if it is difficult for you, it is difficult for everyone. Just keep putting efforts every day. Consistency will take away your stress. So be very sure on that. And self-confidence, well, know that you will do it. You have to do it. And failing is neither a choice nor an option. You can have a positive circle of people around you who always keep, keep pushing you to achieve your goals. So that kind of a positive circle, a self-belief, it will help you push your self-confidence as well. Moving on, how to begin. Beginning is very, very important. One thing is to know the syllabus. How to know the syllabus? Take a printout which is available on the UPSC website and topic-wise previous year questions. Again, available online, which are arranged topic-wise, both for pre and for mains, at least 5 years. Read each topic and read all the questions. If you have that kind of analysis where you know the topic, you know the kind of questions asked, you will be able to understand from what topic what question is asked, where you should be focusing more, where you should be rushing through, or which concepts you will be spending your more time with. Topic, questions do not repeat, topics do. So be thorough with at least 5-year question papers for both pre and mains. Getting the basics. Well, read your standard books. Standard books, mostly NCRTs, and we have a few like, Lakshmi Kant for polity, or Spectrum book for modern history. So you can have these kind of standard books, grab the basic concepts, learn the basic structure, the core concept, and then you can build upon that. Coverage of the entire syllabus. Believe me, there are 3 stages. So at one or the other stage, you will have the topics covered. So cover your entire syllabus. If you do bit by bit, target by target, you will be able to do it. It seems unmountable at first, but definitely if you plan well, you will be able to do it. Don't leave any topic because you do not know in what stage, in what format will the topic be covered. Now, the right approach to study is, as I've already discussed, it is about understanding. One thing, I think, what? One thing that you must know is what you have to study. When is it? Where is it? Why is it? I mean, of every topic, what, when, where, why. In every detail, you need to cover the entire thing. This kind of understanding will also develop, as I've already discussed in your analytical study. So, this will help you through. Then, target based study, we have already discussed on that. We have already discussed on time management, subject based daily targets, consolidation of material. It means when you read multiple sources, keep one as your base material. Now we are moving to a question which everybody, at one point or the other we're facing. Is coaching absolutely necessary? Let me tell you one thing from my experience. 98% it's your self preparation. 2% is guidance. Now this guidance can come from anywhere. It can be from your coaching. It can be from your senior or your selected, friends or somebody. It can come online through free platforms as well. How to utilize? Nowadays YouTube is offering, many free platforms are there. Even many paid platforms have their own free channels running there. So you can, all the strategy videos, the toppers videos, all these are circulated, so you can, have it from there. One thing is offline coaching, absolutely not necessary. Now in the, this is the phase of digital India and post COVID time especially. Now we are living in a phase where you have information at every corner of the country. You can sit comfortably at your home. You have access to knowledge. You have access to information. So, you can just use that information. You can take guidance from there and you can prepare on your own. Standard books are absolutely necessary. Coaching is absolutely not necessary. Standard books is absolutely necessary. Self preparation, absolutely. Self analysis, self assessment, practice, self belief. Self is quite important in this examination. Coaching, I'll repeat myself, not at all necessary. You can take guidance from all these sources that I have said. You can also, enroll for any online institution if you want, or you can utilize the free resources. This is the crux of the matter. That is ultimately you who would be studying. Focus on your basic books, and ultimately, when you are done with the syllabus, you have practiced enough, you'll get through it. And you're watching me at BYJU'S. My association with BYJU'S was at interview stage. I utilized their, they have their website where they publish the RSTV summary of the big picture. So I went there and read it because sometimes video takes longer to listen and reading is quite fast. So I read the summary from there. It is free of cost, available to all. And I joined their mock interview program. So this was my association. And I would just say that have self-belief, believe in yourself, you'll crack the exam. And my best wishes are with all of you. Thank you very much.